Hey everybody, Jack Carr checking in. All right, it is August already. And before I get to the August reading list and gear, a little update on what's been going on here. I'm deep into book 4 and got to send what I have so far off to a doctor buddy the other day for to check the accuracy of the medical sections. And he said it's his favorite one so far. So that is awesome. It's great to hear that. The Chris Pratt Amazon series is coming along. The scripts are fantastic. I just wish I could tell you a little bit about them, but still top secret, double probation classified. So yeah, those are coming along and are just awesome. I could not be more excited as to the direction that show is taking. Awesome. All right, let's go. What is this? Bam. All right, this is the Tread from Sig. Has the Romeo 5 on there. I got to sight this thing in a couple months back at Thunder Ranch in Oregon. So what am I gonna add to this thing? Probably some, not probably, for sure, some backup irons from probably the metal ones from Magpul. I got the Scout light on there, Mini Scout. I don't really like the exact angle of it though, if you can see that. I like it a little bit lower, close to the barrel, lower at an angle. So just a little different than what we used to have in the teams, you know, the CQC foregrip there for jacking somebody when you come around a turn or something like that, come around a corner. I'll add, of course, my sling, my VTAC, Viking Tactics sling that I love so much. It goes on all my ARs. And this company, Ariska Defense, you can see that. They make a bunch of different mounting options, so I'll probably do something with this light, get that at a different angle. But then this thing will be ready to rock and roll. And yeah, for this, I mean, what are pistols for? As Clint Smith told me years and years ago, they're to fight your way to your rifle. So this will be one of the ones that is strategically located here on the compound. So so you're never too far away from one if you need it. So that's that from Sig. Awesome. All right, what else is going on? You know what, I think I might jump into books and then go from there. So bam, monthly reading list. For those that don't know, every month I highlight 6 novels, 6 books that influenced me at some point along the way. Some are from the reading list I was asked to put together for the Naval Special Warfare Center before I left the SEAL teams, and others are just books that I read at some point along the way that impacted me. So this month, and they're on the blog. You can hit the blog on the website for a little more info on those. So the 6th this month, boom, To Kill a Mockingbird. Can't believe it took me this long. This is the 10th installment of this reading list series. So To Kill a Mockingbird, I read this in 8th grade, and it's just thinking about remembering how I felt when I read this back then, and then when I saw the 1962 film with Gregory Peck after that. I mean, it's an emotional read, and it's obviously a classic of American literature and deserves a place of honor on all of our shelves. It's been, they tried to ban this book so many times, and I'm sure that, I think last time was in 2018, but yeah, 16, 17, 18 all had efforts to try to ban this book from middle schools. And anyway, read it if you haven't. If you haven't read in a while, like it's been a while for me, I want to revisit this when I'm done with book 4. Take a breath, get away from all the different digital distractions of the day, and sit down and enjoy this again. So, To Kill a Mockingbird, Harper Lee. Eye of the Needle, Ken Follett. So this book was one of the ones that was on my parents' shelf for in the late 70s. I loved this cover, loved this title, heard my parents talking about it. I remember when they watched the movie with Donald Sutherland. But I always wanted to read this. This is one of the ones I aspired to read. And of course, it was like mid to late 80s when I finally did read it. But this one, absolutely incredible. Not Ken Follett's first novel, but this is the one that set him on the path that he is still on today. So for aspiring writers, authors, check out his website. There's so much information on there, so much wisdom from someone who is a true master of the craft and one of the most successful novelists of this generation. So Eye of the Needle, Ken Follett, classic. Supreme Command, Elliot Cohen. All right, this one is for anybody that thinks that we should just give the military direction from political leadership and then step aside and let them win. Well, read this book. Politicians, read this book. military officers enlisted read this book. And anyway, it destroys that myth, essentially, and it really explains why we all know that civilian control of the military is of the utmost importance, but just how much the civilian leadership, the statesman, needs to be involved in the conduct of a war. Anyway, this is it. And if you've read my novels, you'll know that it's a theme. Senior military officers, essentially, what's a good way to put this? Being idiots, I guess. I wish I could put that a little, I don't know, a little better, but you'll notice that theme throughout my novels. So a lot of that I get from this. Great to pair this with Dereliction of Duty by H.R. McMaster about the Joint Chiefs of Staff and their relationship with the Johnson administration in Vietnam. And also with Tom Ricks's book, The Generals. So they're kind of a good three to read all together. So Supreme Command, Elliot Cohen. This is a fantastic book. All right. Oh, I love there's a quote in here from Georges Clemenceau, who said that war is too important to be left to the generals. I love it. Okay, Tim O'Brien, In the Lake of the Woods. So Tim O'Brien, of course, wrote The Things They Carried, which was on my February reading list. And he mines his experience in Vietnam and applies it to this novel, which reads like poetry. So if you haven't read any of Tim O'Brien's stuff, probably start with The Things They Carried. But this is absolutely fantastic. In the Lake of the Woods, very influential on me. And yeah, read this book. Okay, classic. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So a lot of people think they've read this book, but haven't, just because it's such a part of the cultural lexicon. But it's actually a novella, so it's not really this thick. It's one of the stories in here. And I suggest picking it up, especially if you're a writer, an author, understanding the history of the genre and some of the elements that Robert Louis Stevenson incorporates into The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde will be very helpful to you. I read this in, I think, freshman year in high school, and it stayed with me. And you'll notice that influence, if you've read this, on the pages of my novels as well, exploring some of these themes. So, bam. And more contemporary, but Daniel Silva, The Kill Artist. It was time to mention Daniel Silva. This was his fourth novel. His first three do not have Gabriel Allon, who is the protagonist of the next 20 in the series. So he's written 23 books. And the first one, The Unlikely Spy, The Mark of the Assassin, The Marching Season, I thought were absolutely incredible. I read them pre-September 11th, pre-Gabriel Allon, obviously. But The Kill Artist is really the one that set Daniel Silva on the path that he is on today. So The Kill Artist, if you haven't read Daniel Silva, you can start at the beginning, and you have a lot of reading to do. So that's that. Those are the 6 for August. Nice. Little Black Rifle coffee, espresso mocha. Bam, these things are legit. This is powering me through the writing for book 4. So if you haven't had one of these, check these things out. All right. Quarantine Woodworks, bam. If you watched my video from a couple months ago, you'll know that I have a huge one in the corner with the cross tomahawks on it as well. And awesome, thank you so much. I love these things. He's doing fantastic work. You can see that symbol right there. So really appreciate this. This is awesome. It's gonna go right up there behind me. Now something special, a guy reached out to me from England and said that he'd found this, and it was a family passed down from his grandfather, and wanted to send it to me. And I tried to talk him out of it, but he would hear nothing of it and really wanted me to have this. So I'm gonna hold on to it until his family might want it back one day. But amazing, check this out. World War II, dagger, commando, awesome. There's just such history from the UK with the commandos and special operations in general. So having this means so much to me. This is a piece of history right here. And Dean, thank you, my friend. I sincerely appreciate this. Just incredible. It will be well taken care of and have a place of honor here in this office. So thank you. What else? All right. A lot of people noticed my Bino Harness. So this is a Bino Harness I've been using for years from Sitka. Love this thing. Awesome. Got my Swarovskis in there with the rangefinder. Nice. But they have something new. And I haven't tried it out yet, but the guys were using it at Total Archery Challenge. So John Barklow, thanks for sending this over. So a new harness. Haven't even taken it out of the packaging yet. Mountain Optics harness from Sitka. And the guys were loving this at Total Archery Challenge. So I'll be using this fall, and I think this is going to be awesome. This is very well thought out. So thank you guys. So cool. What else is going on? A couple books came out. Daniel Silva, The Order, just came out in July. Looking forward to getting to this after I finish my book 4. So no rest until that is done. Same thing, Brad Thor's Near Dark also came out in July, and I'm looking forward to getting to this too as soon as I'm done with book 4. And Modern Huntsman, if you guys haven't checked them out, or it's like coffee table quality publication right here. Modern Huntsman, look forward to this. I think they come out quarterly these days, but beautiful, amazing photographs, great stories, and you'll want to spend some time with this. So highly recommend that as well. Also a good gift for the hunter in your life. And I think that is almost everything. Bam. Simon & Schuster sent this. So cool. So if you can't read it, New York Times bestseller, Savage Son, made it to number 10 on the list. So thank you to everybody who made this happen. This is readers, this is word of mouth. This what happened before the Joe Rogan podcast, before Chris Pratt mentioned the series. So it really was a grassroots effort from readers, from tactical shooters, from hunters, from archers, and I sincerely appreciate you guys, because you made this happen, and I'll never forget it. So very cool. Gotta find a good spot for that one. And what else? All right, I think that is almost it. The merchandise on the site, of course, it's at Carr USA. That's the merch. You can get things like this, which is really cool, from Direct Action USA. It's a bookmark with a 5.56 brass on there. And all the proceeds go to the veteran-focused organizations on that site. So if you're curious about some of those organizations, you can check them out on the site. You can get hats, this, bottle breachers, coffee cups, the Black Rifle Coffee Jack Carr Revenge Blend will be back in stock soon in both whole bean and ground. So that is coming back as well, and that's there to check out. Okay, I think that is everything. So hey, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate everybody who has gone to Amazon or wherever else you review books and left a review there. You can sign up for the newsletter at officialjackcarr.com. Click contact and sign up for the newsletter to stay up to date with gear, with what's happening with book signings, what's happening with the Chris Pratt series, and all of that. So I sincerely appreciate that as well. And that is it. Thank you guys so much. Sincerely appreciate everything. Take care, stay safe out there, and keep fighting.